So we've got the May 2018 AS paper question 6 here. So a company makes a particular type of children's toy. The annual profit made by the company is modelled by the equation P equals 100 minus 6.25 lots of X minus 9 all squared. P is the profit measured in thousands of pounds and X is the selling price of the toy in pounds. A sketch of P against X is shown in figure 1. Use the model to explain why £15 is not a sensible selling price for the toy. So for part A, we want to say why £15 is a sensible price. So if X equals 15, we can say the profit is equal to 100, take away 6.25 lots of 15 minus 9 all squared. So this is P is 100 minus 6.25 lots of 6 squared. So P is 100, take away 6.25 lots of 36. P is equal to 100, take away 225. P is equal to minus 125, and then obviously that's in thousands. So this is not sensible as the company would make a loss. Part B. So part B says, given that the company made an annual profit of more than £80,000, find, according to the model, the least possible selling price for the toy. So if we know that the company made more than £80,000, what we can say is that 100 take away 6.25 lots of X minus 9 squared must be greater than 80. Now remember, it's 80, not 80,000, because P is already in thousands. So what we can then do is we can rearrange. So I'm going to take the minus 6.25 lots of X minus 9 all squared over to the other side and take the 80 over, which leaves us with 6.25 lots of X minus 9 all squared is less than 20. If we divide by 6.25, we've got X minus 9 all squared is less than 3.2. So X minus 9 by square rooting is equal to plus or minus root 3.2. And so then taking the 9 over, X equals 9 plus or minus the root of 3.2. So X equals 10.79, or X equals £7.21. And so we're asked to find the least possible selling price of the toy, so that is £7.21. Part C. The company wishes to maximise its annual profit. State, according to the model, the maximum possible annual profit. So what we can do is we can look at that and say, right, that maximum possible annual profit is going to be the very top of the curve. So we're looking at this point here, the very top of the curve. Now, considering our equation of P is equal to 100 minus 6.25 lots of X minus 9 all squared, this part here is always going to be subtracted. So we're always going to be losing this bit here. So this is going to be minimized when X is equal to 0. Sorry, when X is equal to 9. So when X is equal to 9, what we can do is we can say, right, that part's going to be 0 and our P is going to be left at 100 with nothing being taken away from above there. So if P is left at 100, that means that the maximum possible selling price is £100,000. And for part 2, we've already answered that in part 1. Said the selling price of the toy that maximises the annual profit. Well, we've already looked at that and said that that's going to be £9.